What's up YouTube? It is the one and only Wave Kid. I'm back for another video. Today I'm doing 2 videos in one day. So if you see me at the same spot with the same fit and you wondering if it's the same day, it is. And I don't even know what I want to talk about today. What we talking about? What you want to talk about? I got it. Today we're going to talk about self-concept. I know, but we got to. So what is self-concept? Self-concept is basically how you view yourself to the world as well. What you feel like you deserve, pretty much. Okay, now the thing with self-concept is, I feel like it's such a subtle thing. Like, unless you know about self-concept, you're not worrying about your self-concept every day. It's like a subconscious thing. But even though it's so subtle, it has so much meaning. It comes out through your actions, it's in your thoughts, the way you move. And I have talked about self-concept on my TikTok already, so if you're not following me on TikTok, make sure you follow. But anyway, let's get into it. So anytime someone tells me that they're trying to manifest something and it hasn't happened yet, first of all, I was going to say something, but then something else came to my mind. First of all, I tell them self-concept. That's all it is. With anything, it's just your self-concept. It's not that, oh, the 3D world or the world is doing something to you, everybody hates you. It's not that. Really, all it is how you view yourself, what you think you deserve, what your faith level is, right? But also, before I was saying that, I was actually thinking too, the thing about manifestation, if you say, I'm wondering why my manifestation ain't came yet, I'm wondering why it ain't manifest yet, that's why, because you wondering why it ain't manifest yet. You're talking to me, talking about my manifestation ain't come. That's why it ain't come yet. Because the thing about manifestation is you have to be in that end goal, the end state. And if you are really in that end state of I already have my manifestation, you're not worried about your manifestation coming. Your manifestation is already here. You're already living it. Because at the end of the day, everything comes down to how you feel inside. When you vibrate a certain way, the world will echo that back to you. But if you're vibrating, my manifestation ain't came yet, then what you think the world gonna show you? Boop, boop, boop. But for real, the world can only echo back to you whatever you give it. So that's why I say self-concept, focus on your self-concept and really pour into yourself. Because when you really just take that time to pour into yourself, I feel like you stop worrying about your manifestation. The manifestation don't even matter to you no more. Because the things that we desire, they're already ours. That's why we want it, because it already aligns with, it feels like a vibrational match to who we want to be. But we're already that person. I think it was Neville Goddard who says, the feeling is the secret. When you feel that you have it already, when you feel that you are that person already, you move with a different level of confidence. You out here just on a different plane, like in your own world. And now let me tell you how that ties into self-concept. This ties into self-concept because feeling, how do you feel about yourself? How do you feel every day? And that comes down to how you're treating yourself. Are you treating yourself well? So if somebody said they wanted to focus on their self-concept, this is what I would tell them. First of all, it's time to affirm. It's time to affirm. Affirm, affirm, affirm. Now, if you already know that one of one, ain't nobody like you, don't nobody compare to you, you may not need to be watching this video unless you're just trying to get a little more insight on manifestation. But this is for the ones that maybe you just ain't been feeling it lately. You need to step into your main character era, and that's okay, because you at the right video I'm finna put you on. So when I first started focusing on my self-concept, the first thing I did was I started affirming. I started telling myself, look in the mirror, really look at yourself. It don't have to be the mirror, it could be your phone, but really look at yourself while you're saying it. Tell yourself that you love yourself. Tell yourself who you are. If you desire to be a billionaire, when you wake up, first thing you do, look at yourself. Thank you, Most High Yahweh, that I am a billionaire. Thank you that I am a billionaire. Thank you that I'm one of one. Thank you that there is nobody like me. Thank you that I am a superstar. Thank you that I have everything that I've ever thought about. Once you start putting that into your mind, like I said in the other video, your reticular activating system is going to find proof of that and show you. Now listen, anytime a limiting belief presents itself, you must reaffirm. I'm not going to act like they will not appear, because they will. When you start working on certain areas of your life, will start to show you this thing that I like to call the shadow period, aka the resistance period. And this period is a time where life will kind of be like, oh, you sure you really about that? And you gotta be like, hell yeah, I'm about that shit. What's up? And then once you say, hell yeah, I'm about that shit, then you know what I'm saying, it's all up from there. But it will be a period of time where life gonna be like, oh, for real, you sure? And you gotta be like, yeah, I'm sure. Even if you're not sure, you gotta be like, yeah, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? But other ways to work on your self-concept besides just affirming is that self-care routine. You gotta be taking care of yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are not taking care of yourself, look, they with me. They saying the same thing. They just saying it in their language, y'all. They say if you don't wash your face, if you don't brush your teeth, if you don't take a shower, if you don't healthy eat, you have to take care of yourself. Make sure you're eating the right things. Make sure you're consuming great things. Make sure you keep up with your look. Do your thing. If you feel like, you know what I'm saying, I want to pop my shit, then pop your shit every day. Wake up, pop your shit. You know what I'm saying? Your appearance is important. And another thing too, I would say, is boundaries. Boundaries is a big thing with self-concept. What you accept. This is another thing, like I said, about that shadow period or that resistance period, where people will try to test your boundaries. And this one, I say, it's time for that villain era. Because really, to me, the villain era is hilarious. That shit is so funny to me. Because the villain era is not even you being a villain. It's just you standing on boundaries and everybody acting like you're just the fucking villain and they're a victim. That's all the villain era is. So I love the villain era because that's the era of really standing on boundaries, standing on business for real and saying, fuck you. Because at the end of the day, I gotta put myself first. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like a lot of times you think that you stepping away from being caring and compassionate when you stand on boundaries, but that is never the case. Because at the end of the day, caring and compassionate, you could be that to everybody else after you be it to yourself first. You talking about how other people gonna feel. How about how you feel? What about how you feel? So just fuck how you feel, huh? What are we talking about? What are we talking about for real? But boundaries, you gotta set them healthy boundaries. It's okay. I know for me, it was kind of hard to set boundaries, especially with the people that I love, because I spent most of my younger years being such of a people pleaser that I felt like I set these boundaries, they gonna be mad. I don't give a fuck, for real. Let them be mad. Let them feel however they want to feel, because at the end of the day, you're not responsible for anybody's feelings. How they feel is just a reflection of how they already felt on the inside. You being a people pleaser, you not having boundaries, it's just you letting them disrespect you so they could feel better. Why? Why? I really want to know why. But I get it though, because like I said, I was doing the same shit. But that's a big part of your self-concept. Because I talk to people about relationships and I bring self-concept up again. You're accepting that. If you keep accepting a certain behavior, you're telling yourself, this is the behavior that I deserve. This is the behavior that I want. And life is going to keep showing that to you because you keep saying, I like this, I like this, I like this. Until you be strong enough and confident enough to step away from certain things, life will keep showing you that same thing over and over and over and over. And that's why I say we keep going through the same lessons until we really learn it for real. You got to be willing to step away from things that no longer align with you. Because there are things that do align with you. People be like, I don't know why I don't have any good friends. I don't know why I don't have any good relationships. I don't know why this, and that. But really, it's not about the lack of. It's the people that's already around that's mistreating you, and you're allowing that. You cannot be doing that and then saying that you want people to treat you well, because if you do, then you will remove them people from around you. I know a lot of times things are easier said than done. I used to be watching all types of videos, like the ones I make now. I used to watch these videos when I was younger, when I was like 14, 15, and I would be like, you know what I'm saying? But they all around me. I go to school with them. I live with them. Little stuff like that. And it's like, trust me, I understand for real. When it's like you want to get away from all these people, but they dead in your face. They all up in your grill. You feel me? But then that's when we talk about energy, removing access. You could be around a person and they don't have access to your energy at all. I feel like I'm the type of person, I feel like I have mastered that. I could be around anybody and I'll instantly go in shield mode. And I'm still being myself, I'm still calm, but there's a big ass bubble around me. And let me put y'all on how to do that too. If you ever want to protect your energy when you're around certain people or things like that, what you can do is picture Well, first of all, you could pray, of course, say some affirmations, but you can picture a big white bubble around you just protecting you, and it actually works. And at the end of the day, can't nobody really fuck with you for real. Anything somebody do, it's a mental game. It's not, they can't fuck with you for real. They can make you think that they fucking with you for real, but they ain't fucking with you for real. They not. They just play that game with your mind. Because if you allow that game to continue, you'll really start to believe that they fucking with you. They ain't fucking with you. But yes, self-concept is always going to be number one for me, because it's always about how you treat yourself. This is life. This is your experience. Can't nobody tell you how to live your life. Can't nobody tell you how to be yourself. It's on you. It's your life. But you got to set them boundaries. You got to stand on the boundaries. And you gotta pour all that love into yourself and let everybody receive your love from the overflow of the love you have for yourself. Most loving and compassionate people I know, it's just because that's just who they are. It's not that they're just showing me so much love and compassion. They are love and compassion. And from them being love and compassion, when I'm around them, I feel the love and compassion. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be like, trying to do all these actions to show someone that you love them, or do all these actions like people pleasing or things like that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything. I can show love and light by just being myself. I don't have to do no extra stuff. I don't want to do no extra stuff. I don't. But I'm gonna end the video right here, because y'all know how I get to chatting, talking a little too much about certain. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. Let me know in the comments what video you want to see next. I might record another one today, but I'm not sure at this moment, but we gonna see. And I will catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all. Make sure y'all spread some peace and prosperity to your peoples. I'm gonna see you on the next one.